Hey everybody, Dean Young Home Tech. Hope everybody's staying inside today. It is cold and the temperature has been fluctuating up and down between like 27 and 28. I think the high today is supposed to be around 30-ish, so it's only a couple degrees. I don't think it's going to really make a big difference for anybody being out and about. Being in your vehicle, yeah, it's toasty, it's warm. If you've got heat, if you're inside, hopefully you've got heat. Just stay in. The wind chill is really, really cold, and when I look at the wind chill, it's only a couple degrees difference, which, I mean, I'm not a meteorologist and I don't write the weather, and I'm not a weatherman, but it feels like those air temperatures are a lot colder when you look at what it says the real feel is, or the wind chill. It doesn't appear to be matching what I'm feeling. So just advice, stay in. And anybody that's got any snow left or ice, it's pretty much going to be ice now. The snow is going to be ice. Any wet spots are going to be slick. Just be very careful. Commercial property I was just at, from my understanding, you've been sitting since 2013, so it's been sitting a while, and there's still snow and ice on everything. Kind of limited inspection, mainly on the exterior. I was able to make it through the entry, but once I got inside, yeah, you can always tell when a place has been sitting for a while. And so we done our thing. Mainly took a lot of pictures, just because with everything that was going on in there, there's just a lot going on. It's easier to go around and focus on certain things, take those pictures, and then go back and incorporate that into your reports with a narrative, instead of just doing like your normal typical inspection. You see something, call it out, put in the narrative, take a picture, and move on. But you just got to go through and this, and just take these pictures, because otherwise you'd be there all day and your mind would just be all over the place. It would be very, very mentally exhausting, I would say. So heading back now with a crap load of pictures, and going to upload those and just start going from picture to picture and doing narratives for those, and get my report sent. It's probably going to take me a majority of the afternoon, and I'm just going to take my time and go through everything and give them their report, and then pretty much it. We've been steady but slow enough to get us by, which it's typical this time of year. It's looking like we're going to be maybe the same, of being on track for inspections done for the month of January for last year. I'm hoping that a burst of inspections will pop up the next week, being that we're heading to the end of the month, the shortest month. The end of the month is kind of short now, so hopefully we'll get a burst of inspections to end this month and get into February, and hopefully things will start to change for a positive as far as listings and people looking to buy. So on both parts, listings and buyers, and then hopefully move into March where things start to take off. I mean, February, the numbers are typically about a third to a fourth higher than the previous month. So that's kind of like January is slow, and then February picks up, and then March things start, get going, and then you just start going until you get into around December, when things start to trickle down a little bit. We stay pretty steady. Our numbers are higher in December than they are in January. And so let's see what happens. Again, we do commercial inspections. They are different than your home inspection. There's no governing or anything that to oversee commercial inspections. Is pretty much you need to just find somebody that's got experience doing commercial inspections. They're not regulated by the state. So, other than if you're doing a new build, code officials and all that good stuff. But as far as a purchase of commercial real estate property, there is no governing over commercial inspections. So be mindful of who you choose. It's totally different from what you're going to see a home inspection. Typically on a commercial inspection, you're looking at the building envelope. A lot of times we'll do infrared. Majority of the time I do infrared, interior, exterior, to look at the envelope of the body of the whole structure for hot spots, cold spots, electrical, plumbing, and you're going to be looking a lot at the parking lot, the general condition of the parking lot, the sloping of the parking lot, drainage. You're going to be looking at You're really going to be looking at the roof. Majority of commercial buildings have flat roofs. Not all, but there's a good majority that do. You're going to be looking at those. The drainage system again, sewer system, ADA compliancy, handicap, Americans with Disabilities Act. That's a biggie. We look for that stuff. So we do an ADA thing, compliance thing. We're not code officials again with this, but we state out things. This ramp slope is off, or it's not high enough, or it's too high, or this railing's this, or these receptacles are too high or too low, or this is not compliant. This, parking spaces. Just the general exterior of the property, the electrical lines coming in, the electrical panel, the plumbing. Your typical stuff there. Your HVAC. Typical stuff that you may have in a house, but those systems are going to be different. Sometimes in a commercial inspection, a lot of times they're on the roof. A lot of your heating and air stuff is on the roof or somewhere on the exterior. So there's just a lot to consider when doing a commercial inspection, as far as people that are familiar with commercial buildings and structures and so forth. Which, when I've done repairs, I've done a lot of commercial repairs, and I've done a lot of retail stuff for a lot of retailers, and a lot of stuff like at the mall, several different malls. I've done repairs and stuff in, even attic stuff. A lot of that's steel beams, steel trusses, truss systems. A lot of that is covered with insulation wrap. Typically on your metal buildings, you're going to have insulation around the perimeters. It's kind of limited up in your the attic, if you want to say attic, or your substructure. A lot of that is going to be insulation wrap as well. So a lot of things you cannot see. A lot of them are obstructed. So that's why I take a lot of pictures in commercial inspections, because there's just a lot that you've just got to see. There's a it's a bigger building, it's a bigger space. The inspection is a lot different than your home inspection in general. There's just things aren't reported the same. Whole different thing, commercial versus residential. A lot of the requirements and things are a lot different. A lot of the voltages are a lot different. So that's pretty much a little summary of commercial inspections. There's more into it, but I'm not going to take all day to go into it. But if you would like a commercial inspection, just reach out to us, 336-998185, hometechnc.com. Generally, we do not advertise commercial. A lot of people will reach out, hey, do you do commercial? There's a lot of home inspectors that do, some do not. So anyway, I think it all goes on with experience and what you want to get into, what you feel comfortable doing. And so yeah, so anyway, I'm gonna get in here and get this stuff, these pictures uploaded, and get this report going, and hopefully we'll see some decent or some better weather soon. Not decent, but some better weather soon, and everybody be able to get out and about. But we still got some lingering precipitation on the ground in some places. Just be careful going in and out. You know, don't slide and bust your butt, and just be careful, and just be safe out in the roads. You still got crazies out there every single day that think they've got to be somewhere quicker than you do. We've all got somewhere to be. We just need to get there safely, and everybody drives differently, and some people may be dealing with handicaps or something, you know, mentally or physically handicapped or whatever. People may be dealing with something. People just may be just having a bad day, and they just want to take their time and just drive, and they don't want nobody on their rear end and pissing them off. So just be mindful when you're out in the streets. You know, everybody learns at some point, and there may be new drivers on the road that don't drive the way you do. You know, you got comfortable with your driving, so you're driving faster, you're driving more erratically, you're driving, you know, doing things you probably shouldn't be doing, that we all, you know, we just get comfortable. We don't have both hands on the wheel, and we're eating and we're drinking, you know, drinks, sodas, whatever, not alcohol. But, you know, we're driving, we're drinking, and we're distracted with things, radio, phone, other people, surroundings, whatever. We're not focused. So just be mindful, man. You ain't got to shoot everybody the bird. You ain't got to ride the rear end. Just count to 10 and just keep pushing forward, man. Life is too short to deal with mean people and arrogant people and people that think they're in a bigger hurry than you are. So anyway, guys, love you guys. 336-998185, hometechnc.com.